Hello students, today we will study about the chemical properties of dihydrogen. Dihydrogen, due to its high bond dissociation energy. Bond dissociation energy means the energy which is required to break the bond. So hydrogen, two atoms of hydrogen, they have a single bond in between. So the amount of energy which is needed to break this bond, it is very high. If this energy is very high, it means this dihydrogen, it cannot react at ordinary temperatures. It will be needing very high temperatures for reactions. Yes. So the first chemical property which we will study, it is combustion. We know that dihydrogen, it burns with oxygen to form water. In the form of vapors, obviously it will be formed, and the gas, it burns with a pale blue flame to form water. So H2 plus O2, it will give 2H2O. Now reaction with metals. Dihydrogen, see, whenever it will react with alkali or alkaline earth metal, it will form hydrides. In this case, hydrogen will have a negative charge because it is reacting with metal, which will always form a cation. So the hydrogen which is present over here, it will be in the form of anion, that is H minus, and this H minus is called hydride ion. Okay, hydride ion. So these are formed in the form of their hydrides. Like with Na, when it will react, it will form sodium hydride, and with hydrogen with calcium, upon heating, it will form calcium hydride. Now reaction with non-metal. See, these were the reaction with metal where it was forming hydrides, and reaction with non-metal. The first one which we will take, it is with dinitrogen N2. You must have studied Haber's process. Yes. See, hydrogen, it is reacting with nitrogen in presence of iron, which is a catalyst, and molybdenum, it will enhance the property of this catalyst. The temperature here, it is 750 Kelvin, and ammonia is formed. Okay, and there are so many uses of ammonia also, like in fertilizers and all. Now with halogens, if it will react, the another non-metal, like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, all these are halogens. See, with fluorine, it will react in dark and low temperature. Yes, here with chlorine, it will react with sunlight, and we have studied that the sunlight here, it should be diffused sunlight. If sunlight will be proper, then the reaction will be explosive. That's why diffused sunlight is used. With bromine, the temperature is 620 Kelvin and catalyst is used, and here with iodine, the temperature, it will further increase to 670 Kelvin. Yes, it means with fluorine, the reaction of hydrogen, it is very fast. Yes, with chlorine, then it will with chlorine, then bromine, and then with iodine. It means if you'll see the reactivity of halogens toward dihydrogen, it is very much reactive. This dihydrogen, it is very much reactive with fluorine, then chlorine, then bromine, and least reactivity is with iodine, because see, higher temperature is required here, that is of 670 Kelvin. Yes. Now another one which is here, it is a reaction with non-metal of group 16. Now non-metals of group 16, like oxygen, sulfur, selenium, and tellurium. Hydrogen, it is reacting with oxygen, H2O, H2 plus S. See, temperature is 700 Kelvin and pressure is there. H2S will be formed. Direct combination reactions are there. H2 with Se, temperature is high and pressure is also applied. H2Se, and with Te, it's H2Te. So these are the direct combination reactions. Here hydrogen directly combined with the group 16 elements to form their respective compounds. Okay, so these three are the reactions with dinitrogen. With the non-metal, the one more type of reaction is there, that is the reaction with carbon. See, dihydrogen, it will combine with carbon at 1420 Kelvin to form methane in small amount. If carbon, it will react with dihydrogen at 1420 Kelvin, it will form methane gas. And same reaction if it will take place in presence of electric arc. Instead of this 1420 Kelvin, if electric arc is provided at and the temperature there is 3300 Kelvin, then this methane is not formed. In place of methane, acetylene is formed. Okay, so reactants are same, conditions are different. When it was heated with this carbon and hydrogen, they were heated with themselves at 1420 Kelvin, then the product it is methane. And when electric arc is there, then acetylene is formed. Now fourth type of reaction, it is reaction with metal oxides, reducing property. Metal oxides, they will react with metal oxides, hydrogen, it will reduce these oxides and it will oxidize itself. Yes, it has a reducing property. It will reduce other compounds and will oxidize itself. Like when dihydrogen gas is passed over heated metal oxides, it reduces them into corresponding metals. Like copper oxide is there, when it will react with copper oxide, this hydrogen gas with copper oxide solid, upon heating, it will reduce this copper oxide. It will take its oxygen, copper will be formed and water will be formed. Yes, so it has here hydrogen, it has a reducing property. It is oxidizing itself and reducing the oxide here. In the same way, lead oxide is there. Lead oxide, it is reacting with hydrogen upon heating and it is forming lead and water. Now reaction with carbon monoxide. This was with the hydrogen and metal oxides. Now here reaction of hydrogen with carbon monoxide. See, catalyst zinc oxide and chromium oxide, temperature is 700 Kelvin and pressure is 200 atmosphere. Under these conditions, when carbon monoxide will react with hydrogen, methanol is obtained. Okay, now sixth type of reaction. This you have studied in your organic chemistry chapter in class 10th. Reaction with unsaturated hydrocarbon. See, unsaturated hydrocarbon is there, that is ethene is there. Upon hydrogenation in presence of nickel or platinum, the temperature it is 473 Kelvin, ethane is obtained. Means vegetable oil will change into vegetable ghee. Hydrogenation of unsaturated hydrocarbons to saturated hydrocarbon. So these are the six chemical properties of hydrogen. Now see the uses. It is used in the manufacture of ammonia, and then nitrogenous fertilizers are also obtained from this. For manufacture of vanaspati ghee, it is used as a fuel for rockets. In manufacture of synthetic petrol, in oxy-hydrogen torch for welding. It is used in the manufacture of several compounds like HCl, methanol, water gas, etc. And also it is used for it is used as a reducing agent also for converting metal oxides into their metals. So many uses of dihydrogen are there. So this was about the chemical properties of dihydrogen. Thank you.